In example 1, I can say that suppose in the premises we can say milk is white, it is a true proposition. Milk is liquid, it is a true proposition. And from these two premises, we draw the conclusion that is milk is good for health. That is also true proposition. But the argument is not valid. The conclusion is not drawn essentially from the premises, and the conclusion is not logically drawn from the premises taken together. So from these true premises and conclusion, the argument becomes invalid. And in another example, we can say that men are monkeys, which is a false proposition. Monkeys are quadruped, and from these two propositions we draw the conclusion that some quadrupeds are men, which is also a false proposition, false conclusion. But the argument is valid. The conclusion, though it is false, it is drawn validly from the premises stated. So the argument becomes valid, but the premises, both the premises and the conclusion becoming false. So here the validity is not related with the material truth of the propositions with which the argument is constituted. So deductive reasoning or deductive argument is based on the validity of the argument. It is a descending process. That means, as I said, the conclusion is drawn from the premises, and premises are more general than the conclusion. So the conclusion that is drawn from the premises cannot be more general than the premises. Quantitatively, the conclusion cannot state something more than the premises, the quantity of the premises. So this process, it is in the descending process, from more to less more, from general to less general. It is a descending process, from general to less general. And premises are true if the premises in a deductive argument, if the premises are true, the conclusion must be true in a valid argument. If the argument is valid and the premises are true, then the conclusion must be true. This is the basic characteristic of a deductive argument. So the conclusion of a valid deductive argument is always considered to be true and certain. The Conclusion is always sure and certain. It cannot be called as a probable conclusion like inductive argument. So these are the basic characteristics of deductive inference. Let us discuss what are the basic characteristics of inductive inferences. And just in a reverse way, inductive inference is based on the ascending order. That means from particular to general, from particular premises to general conclusion. By the observation of some particular facts about a thing, we draw a general conclusion about that thing. For example, I observed a crow is black. Yesterday I observed the crows are black. And from my experiences, whenever I saw crows, those are black. So by the observation of crow number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all these are particular facts about the crow, and those are observed to be black. So from these particular facts, from these particular premises, we come to one conclusion, that is all crows are black. So it is in ascending order in this sense that from particular facts, by the observation of particular facts, we draw a general conclusion. So it is in ascending order. That means from particular to general. Here, in case of this inductive inference, the conclusion is not as certain as the conclusion of a deductive argument, because that is why the conclusion of inductive inference is always considered to be probable. It is not certain. Though the conclusion is drawn basing on the facts observed in the premises, still the conclusion is a general proposition. So we cannot give certainty, logical certainty of a inductive conclusion that it is certain. So in this sense, it is a logical ground in which we say that conclusion of induction is a probable proposition. So it is not guaranteed in its certainty. And in inductive argument, we proceed from known to unknown, from observed to unobserved. We observe the facts in the present and also in the past. We observe the facts in our experiences. And experiences is always related to its past and present, not with the future. But when we conclude in an induction as a general proposition, that includes the fact about the present, past, and future. That means all crows are black. It includes both present, past, and also the crows which will be coming in the future also become black. That is the paradox of induction. From in this sense, it is called from observed to unobserved, from known to unknown. The conclusion is a unknown thing, and the premises of the induction are known thing. From known to, we proceed from known to unknown. And in induction or inductive argument, we are concerned with the material truth of the argument. The whole process of argument is based on the material truth of truth. So, what is observed in the present and also in the past? In the conclusion, we say that it also work in the future. Now we observe the crows are black, and in the past we observed the crows are black, and also the same thing will happen in the future in case of crows. The crows cannot be other than black. And we conclude, the conclusion is derived basing on some laws of thought that will be discussed later on. The law of uniformity of nature and law of causation. On the basis of which you draw the conclusion, it is a mental activity, and these laws are working in our mind. So on the basis of these laws, we draw the conclusion, a general conclusion in the induction process. So I remember one very good example regarding this induction or inductive process in our mind. That is, in my early age, when I was in my village, just in the morning, I walked around my village road. I observed one mother pig was followed by its baby pigs. The number was around 8 numbers of baby pigs were running after its mother pig. And baby pigs were just newborn, just coming first time to the outside. And the mother pig was just walking ahead, and all are following it. Baby pigs were following it. And after covering some distance, around 50 to 60 meters or like that, I observed that two of those baby pigs could not walk. They fall down on the road, and other baby pigs ran away with their mother. And I just observed what happened to those newborn baby pigs who were not being able to walk. Just after few seconds, the mother pig came back furiously and grabbed one of the weak baby pig and chewed terribly and ate it. And it also happened to other baby pig who were not able to walk. The mother pig ate both of them. I was surprised. And I thought, how animals eat their offsprings. And I could not believe the fact. I came back and asked the owner of the pig and how it happened. The owner of the pig described the fact that it happens in case of pigs. Pigs always eat their weak offsprings who do not become able to survive. And I inquired about the fact. I asked some of my senior experienced men, and they also told me the similar fact. And I inquired the text also. I found this similar thing, that pigs eat their weak offsprings. And I also found during the inquiry that some other animals also do the same thing. Some other animals like crocodile also, they do the same thing. After hatching the baby crocodiles, the mother crocodile bring them to a stream and leave them in the stream, and it watches how the baby crocodiles cross the streams. And if any of the offspring not become able to cross the stream, the mother crocodile eat them. And from this example we can analyze that by observation of some particular facts, we draw a conclusion that pigs or some of the animals eat their offsprings, weak offsprings, who do not become able to survive. It is a general conclusion. By the observation of some particular facts, we draw a general conclusion. So it is a process of induction. By the observation of particular facts, from known facts to unknown facts, unknown conclusion. By the observation of some instances, we draw the conclusion about the all. This is the essential feature of our mind, that we draw conclusion on the basis of, on conclusion, we draw conclusion inductively. So these are the two ways of drawing the conclusion. That is why there are two forms of forms of inferences, or two forms of reasoning: deductive, inductive. And now we are in a position to discuss about deductive argument. I shall discuss what are its different forms, different kinds. Deductive argument. In my next session, I shall try to explain elaborately the deductive reasoning. Thank you all.